Now it's time for a little bit of a breakdown series preview with the Red Sox and the Orioles. And I like to try to do the know your foe, right? So in this case, why don't we get to know your foe with the Boston Red Sox? Actually, previously, I did one on their first base slugger, Tristan Casas, who is not going to be featured in this because he's off to a slow start, but he is going to pick it up. I can guarantee you that. But a reason why the Red Sox are off to such a great start, their pitching is number one in major leagues right now as far as team RA. But they have two specific hitters that are red hot, that are really driving this Red Sox lineup as they're trying to put it all together. So we're going to talk about Tyler O'Neill and Jarren Duran, the two players specifically. Obviously, you guys know Gunnar Henderson. So as we can roll it, man, how long did I make this thing? Here's a good example here of Tyler O'Neill, okay? So this is the player that I was referring to that is off to a red-hot start. So if you're going to look at it, he came from the St. Louis Cardinals, now with the Boston Red Sox, and specifically, if you want to look at his numbers, there are some years thrown in there, his best year being at 26 years old, hit 286, 34 jacks, 80 ribbies. Guy's got the ability to drive the baseball. There's no doubt about that. But again, it's consistency. And over the last two seasons, not playing a full year, the numbers have dropped a little bit, specifically in average, OBP, OPS, you name it, numbers not as high. Well, guess what? In 28 at-bats, he's already got 5 jacks, 5 ribbies, so that means he's got 5 solo home runs, and he has 7 walks already on the season, and you're going to see what he's done so successfully so far this year. All right, so this is in Seattle, and so a thing that we're going to talk about so far, O'Neill has 5 home runs on the season, and there's a theme. When he gets a fastball, he pulls it, and when it's an off-speed pitch, he'll go with it the other way. This is an example right here, being a fastball, he's going to get it over the middle part of the plate, and being a big, strong guy that he is, this is a very hittable spot for him. So it's right at the top of the zone. Even with the velocity, he's able to get the bat to it. He's going to send this about a mile into the sky in Seattle. So again, you might think that that's not a terrible pitch, and it's not, but it's a pitch that Tyler O'Neill can drive, and he can do it effectively. Here's another example. He's going to get a fastball in here. He's going to get his bat, get his hands to it, and just smack it right through. And he's very quick to the baseball. He's not trying to do too much. And that's the key here. So he can hit velocity. It's not just, hey, I'm going to blow it by Tyler O'Neill right now. It's you got to be careful with where you locate your fastball. So right here, you're going to see pitch is going to be middle in. Tyler gets his hands in at 97. Okay? So I wasn't kidding. I promise. I wouldn't lie to you about this. I can lie to you guys about some other things, but it's not about what I'm seeing Tyler O'Neill do so well, and that is he can hit top-end velocity. You're going to see one more example of it here. Fastball in, 94 sinker, see you later. That's what he's capable of doing, and he is swinging the bat just as well as anyone. He actually leads Major League Baseball in OPS at this specific moment. And I talked about it earlier. Fastballs, he's hitting out to left. Sliders, he's staying on and hitting out to right center, staying on the baseball. So for this example, slider's going to stay over the part of the plate. It's not enough off. Tyler's going to stay on it, drive it. And actually, this was his 5th consecutive opening day home run, if we want to be actually really technical, which is insane when you think about it. And once again, slider's going to be away. It's not a terrible pitch, but it's still a pitch that's left up, and Tyler can do a lot of damage on it. And he does it right here, going the other way. Again, it's little things, but for hitters, if you've seen me talk about, the ability to drive the baseball the other way with authority only makes you better. And right now for Tyler, he's able to do both. Now, so far, to get him out, because we'll talk about on that Know Your Foes segment of this part, Tyler, just like a lot of guys, if he's good with hitting the slider, he can sometimes be baited into swinging at pitches away, but you got to be able to get it across the plate. You've seen so far on these pitches that are on the outside corner, they're trying to go lower part of the strike zone or try to be a chase pitch, and they leave it up. Right here, you're going to see if you're able to get him to swing at a pitch that's just barely out of the zone, you can have success at striking him out or getting him out. So right here, check swing. That's all obviously a beautifully placed slider. Check swing, gets him out in front, fools him. That's simple. Now here's the example. It's going to look like a really good pitch to hit, and this is actually just textbook nasty slider because it's going to be a strike up until the very end when it's not. So right here, it's going to fall off just outside the corner of the plate. Perfect location. So again, if you're an Orioles pitcher, at least in this case, you don't want to make a mistake 3 or 4 inches on the plate right there. If you're going to try to get him, especially with 2 strikes, you need to have it be finished low and going across the plate. I know it's easier said than done, right? It's a lot harder than me just saying it, but obviously that's a trend with him. Now I want to talk about Jarren Duran here because this is a guy that I really like, and he's been like a catalyst for this team. This is his hit chart in 2023. Pretty damn good. He's able to spread the ball around the ballpark, be able to have some with authority. You see the pink, which represents home runs, purples, doubles. The guy hits it everywhere, right? So far this season, he's off to a tremendous start where, yes, he's only got 1 home run, but look at him using the whole field. And it's specifically, he's staying on the ball facing lefties. So for him, if he's able to stay on the baseball longer, he's going to have success. Here's an example. Pitch middle away. He's going to stay right on, stay right through it. Whammy. And again, it's a little thing, but it keeps things going. You can already see in the game, he's 3 for 3. Same thing, pitch away, doesn't try to do too much. The lesson with hitters, by the way, don't try to do too much when you're facing lefties. Let it come to you, because lefties in general, your first movement, what do you want to do as a left-handed hitter? You want to pull off the baseball. You have to fight that urge to want to pull off. You got to stay on it. And when you stay calm, cool, and collected, use the big part of the field, good things can happen. Now, here's the home run. He's got juice. I've seen it. I've faced him in Double-A. He's got a lot of talent. This is an absolute bomb. 99 right over the middle of the plate. Trout tries to get a beat on it, but you know what? You can't get the ball if it's over the fence. And that's just really impressive. So, again, Duran and O'Neill, if they stay hot, it's going to make it very challenging because it goes and coincides with what the Boston Red Sox are doing right now. They have the #1 ERA in MLB, as I was referring to, with a 1.50 to start the year. The Orioles are pretty damn good right now to 2.89. I know people are saying the bullpen, what's going on? Overall, they're doing a tremendous job. Yes, the bats have been cold, but the formula for success is there. But the thing right now that I'm looking at is if Rafael Devers and Casas are going to get going, you need guys like O'Neill and Duran to cool off. Because another thing Duran does, he steals bags. He's already got 6 on the year, so he likes to wreak havoc when he gets on base. Talking to you all here, hit that like and subscribe button for the Ryan Ripken Show. We'd appreciate that. And let me know in the future who you want me to break down next.